Alright, you raging homos. New games come out. So, as it is, and as it goes, we are here. Oh man, so this game is woke dog trash. Which of course, the left nowadays, their new tactic around wokeness is to make fun of people who call out wokeness. You know, imagine how retarded you have to be to make fun of people for calling a dog and a cat a cat. Calling out the woke for being woke. And they think that that makes themselves credible. Oh, you said you're an anti-woker. You know, it's so funny because a lot of people who are who call out wokeness, they never even really label themselves anti-woke, but that's what the wokies. God, this is so retarded. It's tiring. You know, at some point you just gotta say, you're freaking retards and you're less than life. You don't deserve life. So, of course, that's where we're at right now. The left they're just full of retards and they think they're smart. You know, it takes so much less to build up an entire premise of BS than it is to dismantle BS. And like, for me, I understand what the fundamental basis of their argument is and what makes them wrong. But we're here. Let me bring down the game just a tad bit. But you know, we're here. Oh, look, I think the coloration's a little bit off. Let me correct that. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so anyways, you know, but we're here with these retards who think they're geniuses, and that's what they all think. They think that they can completely reconstruct their idea of gender, race, religion. They think they can just reconstruct what the world is. They think that when they tell you that there's no God, it's intelligent to say that there's no God, even though it's far more ridiculous of a notion to believe that there is no God. Especially, it's like, okay, you as a measly little individual or organism, you have consciousness, but yet how do you believe that there's nothing greater than yourself with more power than yourself that also has consciousness? You're stupid. So, you know, but you know, this is the thing though. I've said this many times. It's not about whether or not God's real. It's whether or not they want to believe that God is real. And that's what ends up happening with a lot of the left. They just don't want to believe in God, and they want to be sodomites and they want to have gay sex. And they think that there's nothing different between a straight couple and a homosexual couple. And they will fight tooth and nail and silence and censor you as hard as possible to enforce, because it's not real. So they have to politically reinforce their position and their beliefs, which is propaganda. I'm coming out with a video sometime soon. Xbox, which by the way is a massive ESG company, but screw them. Death penalty for all of Xbox. The whole company and also Microsoft, because you're a bunch of sodomites. I made a review, and you can see this video is coming out soon on my main channel. I have my rant video going against the fact that I left a review for Orcs Must Die Death Trap, a game that recently came out. I'm coming out with a video for that soon. Oh shoot, I think I need to actually remux my recording of that, don't I? Oh shoot. And I also forgot this. Alright, let's do that real quick. Alright. We just did some Smite 2, so we're gonna have another video come out for Smite 2 at some point. We'll see when that happens. But, these raging retards. So what happened is that I made a silly tongue-in-cheek review of Orcs Must Die Death Trap, the newest game from Orcs Must Die. And I made fun of the people trying to make fun of anti-wokers, right? As they call them. As they call us. Whatever. I make fun of these people in the review section, making fun of anti-wokers by making fun of the wokies and saying that, you know, your happy hole is gaping and you guys are... What was the other thing I said? Oh, you have a nose ring hanging. You know, just like defining a punk, liberal, retard loser And this is what most of them are. Yeah, their holes are gaping because why? They're sodomites. Yeah, they have nose rings. Why? They're sodomites. They have, what was the other thing I said? Oh, you have a used up, 2 for a wife. I also said that because yes, they have ugly women. Liberal women are just ugly. And yeah, that's your wife. And you think that you're cool because your wife is ugly. No, you're just disgusting. It's that simple. But they think that they're the end all be all. They think that they're very intelligent, very smart, that everyone loves hanging out around them. And that's why they should silence you. So anyways, some retard queer, they decided to go out of their way to, and I guess it was more than one. So again, these people, they have no life. So they're going to sit there and report you. It's like I see a lot of leftists, they say a lot of retarded crap, but I don't report them because it's like, even though they are deeply offensive to my own existence, if I want to take that route, I can. Well, no, you're just a raging retard and I don't care about you, but I will call you stupid. But then when you call them stupid and you make fun of them, apparently that's going too far. And by the way, they only attack what can defeat them. Remember that. So of course, like, even though it pisses me off because Xbox took down my review and they've been sending me 21 emails about the fact that they hit me for a policy violation, hate speech, and inappropriate content related to sexual content. It's BS. BS. Love of God. Love of God. You guys support the homosexuals and them talking about all this degenerate horse crap. And by the way, again, people are allowed to say whatever they want in a review. And on top of that, people say all sorts of things in reviews, but it's because Xbox is sympathetic with the leftist cause. And again, death penalty for these people because you're infringing on the First Amendment, and that's absolutely disgusting, especially for you as an American company. Death penalty. If you're going to infringe on the First Amendment, how many men died for that? You deserve the death penalty. You deserve nothing less or more. Death penalty. But outside of that, so we're here. We have all these raging retards. They think they're super smart. And, again, that's going to be a video that comes out soon. Again, like, I don't believe the left should have any freedom of speech. And why do I believe that? Well, because they're sycophantic freaks. They are corrosive sodomites of civilization. They are leeches upon every civilization that they touch. And they will silence you the second that you stop paying attention to them, because they will invade and they will take power. There is no such thing. You have these retards, and they're called libertarians, and they're called conservatives, modern day conservatives. This is why, like, I have such a big issue with whatever this term conservative means, because there is no conservative now today. No, what it really comes down to is might makes right. That's really what it comes down to. Might makes right. Because it's whoever wields the power, that is where justice and that is where morality lies. It's not within proper sense. Because then we would allow freedom of speech. But no, it's about who has the power and who's allowed to have the power. That's what it's about. That is what the sense of right and wrong, that's where it stems from. So, might makes right. And right now, the right has power. Right now. Trump took office, and he has all these executive orders, but people are still, like myself, we're being silenced. We are being silenced. We're not criminal, but we're being treated as prisoners in a country. So this is the problem for a lot of Americans, is that they're being treated as prisoners in their own country, despite whether or not they have power. And then the left, they call the right a bunch of fascists. And it's like, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time to become fascist. I think it's time to go after the left, to start standing for something as the right. Because it's like, no, they're going to do everything in their power. Even when you have power, they know that they can. You have to think about how disrespectful you have to be. The fact that even when a new king is in charge, you have so much pride and prejudice against your enemy that you're going to sit there and you are literally still, you are so full of yourself. You are going to silence your opposition even when they're in power. They know they're that untouchable, and they will call you all these things and say that you're evil and you're wrong, and they'll do all this stuff. And then meanwhile, they'll call you the fascist. Now, of course, they call you fascist so that you don't pay attention to the real problem, Marxists. That's the real threat to any civilization. And those are the people that actually kill giant swaths of civilization, are the Marxists. It's always been this way. It always will be this way. The fascists are actually not evil. That's propaganda sold to you by Marxists. Oh, figure that one out. That's weird. Anyway, at this point, if you're going to be honest with yourself, fascists are just really a neutral party. And that's literally, by the way, the 1930s guy, that was his intention. He didn't want to be left or right. It's a neutral party. So you have to be retarded to sit there and say that the fascists are anything other than neutral. They are just neutral. And sometimes, really, it is better to just be neutral because, you're going to play ball with a bunch of retards who want to play this weird paradigm shift that doesn't really exist and you don't even actually operate within it. So right now, right-wingers, they're willing to do nothing to the left. And it's actually, quite frankly, disgusting because you're going to allow these people to silence you. You're going to allow them to silence Americans while they have a constitution that says the First Amendment. Men died for the First Amendment, but then you are going to dictate these laws, air quotes, right? They treat it as a law. That's what the left wants it to be, is a law. Hate speech and all this dog crap, this stuff that doesn't exist. And by the way, the right can play that game. See, this is why it's so tiring talking about all this, because there's so many layers to which they're wrong. And you know what it really comes down to? Might makes right. Who has the power to wield any such thing? They're just in the wrong. They're retards. They're pieces of filth. They are satanic, evil. What's a good term for this? The evil sycophants. I mean, these are criminals. These are corrosive, vile criminals. And right now they have the power, so they can justify anything they want. Even if they're wrong, they can justify themselves, and you just have to bend over for it. Well, how about it's time that the other side takes some power? And how about it's time that you guys get railroaded? And how about it's time that you get silenced? And how about it's time you get rounded up? How about it's time? Because you deserve it. You deserve it. So, I don't believe in anything that people tell you to believe anymore. Whatever it is, I've completely given up. I don't care. Because it's like, what? Believe in freedom of speech, whatever that means, really just means freedom for the left to tell you what the rules of the game are. That's what freedom of speech means. No, it's time to silence the left. It's time you're a sodomite. You are being silenced. Your existence is being silenced. If you're going to infringe on our First Amendment, death penalty. And that's what it comes down to. It's time to enact new rules to the game. Because these pieces of filth, they will stop at nothing until they win, at nothing until they dominate you and destroy you. That's all it comes down to. Because freedom of speech only matters so that they can volley their whatever they want to say to you. Their threats, their defamation, which leftists, they love to do. By the way, leftists, they love to name call. They love to be disrespectful. The second, though, you are, air quotes, disrespectful and really just saying the truth to a leftist, like your happy hole is gaping, saying something like that right there, that for a leftist, that is offensive, even though it's true. Their happy hole is gaping because they're a sodomite. But that's why it's so offensive, right? When you call someone a retard, okay, I mean, like, that's not always, this isn't always true, but it's like, you understand the context I'm saying this within if you're not a retard. So anyways, but if you call your buddy a retard, it's not really that offensive unless it's true, right? Now, of course, if you know someone and they're a close friend, they call you a retard and you're like, why are you seriously calling me a retard? Like, they mean it. It's like, why are you calling me that? And by the way, we're close friends. What's going on with you? That can be a little bit insulting and maybe offensive because you have a close relationship with this individual. But there's plenty of things, right? If someone calls you a cat or a dog, it's not offensive, even if it's wrong, because obviously you're a human being, right? Homo sapien. So they're just stupid, they're wrong, but okay. It's like, see, this is what's so tight, dude. These conversations, they go in so many different directions. So I'm just dying. No. Let's just simplify all this because I don't want to go down a rabbit trail. I'm done. I'm not interested. It's just these people are tiring. So, anyways, the retards. Let's just put it simply, the retards. And they're offended. Why? And they feel, and they say it's like, oh, it's hate speech. Why? Because it's real. Because it hits deep. Because it's true about them. That's why they get so offended. That's why they're like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. I'm clutching my pearls. Oh dear God, they're saying the truth again. That's the reason why they get so offended, is because of that. So anyway, man, I forget what the basis of what I'm talking about is, but oh, that's right. So anyways, the left. This is a new woke game, and they love to act like wokeness doesn't exist because they want wokeness to be the new status quo. They want to infiltrate your countries with brown people. Because they also do this. They will silence you, and then they silence you so that they can take control of the conversation. Do you know what they say once they can take control of the conversation? They say that their opposition, who's not allowed to speak back, by the way, because you got silenced, just like me, my review got taken down. But you want to know, so many leftists, they'll sit there and say that by the way, I cover this in my video. You're going to see it soon. The video covering all this nonsense with Microsoft coming after me. They love to sit there and call you, oh, you're incels. They love to say, oh, you live in your basement. Oh, you do this, you do that. They love to demean you in every way they can. But then when you say anything that is just truthful about them and they take it as demeaning, well, then you need to be silenced. And again, they just keep on saying what they want to say, and they're allowed to say whatever they want to say. They don't get taken down for that, but you do. Interesting how that works. Anyway, so they're allowed to trash on you. They're allowed to get signal boosted by the algorithms. They want to replace you. They want the Browns to invade your country. And that's what they want, because then they also say stupid crap like this with no opposition because they silence the opposition. They're like, the world is diverse. Get used to it. The world is diverse. Go outside. You don't go outside. It's like, have you ever thought that people believe what they believe because they do go outside, and then they see what the world is like, and they see, for instance, how Europe has transformed? You freaking retard, you piece of filth, who wants Europe to die, and right now it is dying as a country, and they don't have the right because they get silenced. They don't have the right to speak against this unless they want to have, get imprisoned or whatever. You piece of filth. And that's why I say these people, they don't deserve the right to speech, and they death penalty. Absolutely. These are vile filth. They will stop at nothing until you are dominated, until they destroy your way of life. As a citizen of your country, not as a foreigner. The foreigner has no rights. The citizen does. And yet for some reason now citizens are being treated as prisoners within their own countries. This is disgusting. So anyways, this is a new woke game, which the left, they always shill for these games, even though these games go woke, go broke. That's what happens. And then they try to make fun of you for saying that, even though it's true. And then these games always go broke. And because no one cares about these games are not even good. Everyone sat there and they jerked off freaking Baldur's Gate 3. You understand something about Baldur's Gate 3? No one cares about the story. Nobody even knows what the story is because it's woke. They say that won Game of the Year, but everyone knows that's a trashy story. Everyone remembers Geralt of Rivia. No one gives a freaking dog crap about Baldur's Gate 3. And by the way, the hottest chick in that game, she was a feminist. She was mean-spirited. What man wants to get with that? Oh, that's right, a cucklord, beta male, leftist, who tells you, you don't know how to talk to women. You can't get in relationships. No, you freaking retard. I don't want to get with a feminist. I don't like feminist women. They're disgusting. For one, they are disgusting. They're vile. They're criminal. They're satanic. Yeah, how about you learn something, you freaking liberal loser? People actually have standards, unlike you. Now, you like to get with a used up 2. Okay, good for you, but no one else does. So how about you get a harem of used up 2s, and then you can just live. It's so funny though. It's like, right? It's like, if you people are so happy with your existence and you're so happy with your games, then why don't you just ignore? Why don't you just ignore all the anti-wokers? Oh, that's right. The chick that you're with is not that hot. Your hole that is gaping is not feeling that good right now because you're a sodomite. What's the other thing I said? I forget right now. I mean, you like animals, by the way, too. And everyone knows that's disgusting, vile filth, but you're into animals. Yeah, you're into bestiality, but yet you're not. You're so happy with your life that. Yeah, welcome. Yes, sorry about that. I read something, but just let's keep on going here, because love of God. So as I said, got to get my train of thought back. Anyways, you're vile filth. You are vile filth, and you like getting with animals. and your life is going so well that you're going to sit here, say that, oh man, my entire train of thought just got railroaded because I read a comment. It's going to be fine though. I'm just going to. So anyways, your life is going so great for you, even though, you know, you enjoy your bestiality. You're so addicted to it. You think that everyone else should live this way, even though everyone else knows that this is vile filth and that no one should be living this way. But you're so happy with it, right? But then when everyone else calls it out and everyone else tells you that it's wrong and everyone else tells you that you are a degenerate freak, then that's when you get offended. Then that's when everyone needs to be silenced. Then that's when, for some reason, on top of the silencing, then you guys start crying about everyone else calling you out. Then that's when you start seething and you start saying that everyone else is seething. And that's the interesting thing about the left. They'll sit there and say, they'll literally sit there and say this, that you're crying, right? The anti-wokers. Oh, you're crying, bro. You're crying. You're crying, bro. You're anti-woke. You're crying. It's like, you guys are the ones that cry all the time. I mean, if everything's going so well for you, again, as I said, bestiality is a great thing, right? So why is it that you're not living like a vile piece of filth and you ignore everyone else calling you out for the vile piece of filth that you are? Oh, that's right, because your life isn't that good. So again, these guys, they love to sit there and be like, oh, you know, you guys can't get with women and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, how about we can't get with women? Your life is going so well. You're with a 2 who is used up, not attractive. So how about your life's pretty good? Everything's going well for you. Am I right? Am I right? So why does it matter that other people don't like your bestiality? Why is it that other people don't like that you're with a used up 2? Or they don't approve of it, or they don't look fondly upon it? Why don't you just live the life that you think is so acceptable and so good and so great and that everyone should get on board? Why don't you just live that life you're so happy with? Because they're miserable. And that's what it comes down to. Remember, they only attack what can defeat them, right? So they attack, I mean, in some part, that's why they do attack fascism in a weird way. Even though that's not like a strict rule, I mean, they do attack it for a reason, because it is something that can defeat them, fascism. That's why these Marxists, that's why they communicate through this method. But then you also have just everything else. That's why they attack God. They attack God. Why? Because God, the Bible, can defeat them. That's why they attack. Everything they attack is because it can defeat them. So of course with me, as I've spoken about already at the start of this video, right? Microsoft comes after me for hate speech and then also all this other nonsense that they made up, which is just me sharing my opinion. Now, meanwhile, my opposition, the freaking wokies, they're allowed to speak their mind. They're allowed to say that right-wingers are all these things, right? You're incels, you can't get with women, you're all jobless. They say all this nonsense, right? To trash on you. They're allowed to say all this. They're allowed to be offensive and insulting, but you're not. I've already gone through it. Why is that? Well, again, because you can actually defeat them. But it is frustrating because it's like, again, this is why I've given up on any belief of any of these principles, any of it. Whatever the frick freedom of speech was good for, it's only as good as those who are in power, in control. And right now, it's time for the right wing. It's time. Eradicate these freaking people. Enough. Silence them. Silence their freaking positions. They want to silence you. Eradicate their freaking position. They think that they have the absolute allowance to speak their mind openly while silencing you. It's time. It's time. Play, because these retards, they want to play a game of fire. So, okay, let's play a game of fire. You want to silence everybody. It's time. You need to get silenced. If this doesn't happen, there will be a revolution. You cannot continuously silence Americans who are not leftists, and you silence them because they don't hold an egalitarian position. Like, for instance, saying that sodomites are just normal. Oh, some dudes like to take it up the bumhole, bro. What's the big issue? No, it's disgusting, vile filth. Okay, now you're silenced. That's okay. That's okay. And this has been going on for now about a decade, if not more. This has been going on for a long time, but nobody wants to do anything about it. This is why I don't believe in anything anymore. This is why I've given up, because You have these freaking retards. They want to sit here and they want to say, oh, what's the big deal, bro? What's the big deal? And then they silence you when you speak out against them. And then there's problems, and then civilization decays. And again, I've already spoken about in previous videos, I've already spoken about what are the problems with homosexuality. Not only is it against the Bible, and I'm sick and tired of us acting like God does not matter. I'm sick and tired of us acting like we are God. No, we are not God. God is above you. And yes, God designed man and woman together. That's what God did. If you don't like that, then end yourself right now. Put an end to your own existence and go talk with God about it. Because that's the only way you're going to get any kind of resolution on it, if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, you're not going to overcome God's design. It's not going to happen. But then these vile pieces of filth, they want to go out of their way to silence anyone that actually honors any concept from the Bible. Especially a man and a woman, what they're made for, and the fact that it is an absolute abomination to be a homosexual and practicing sodomy. It is absolutely disgusting, but having that belief now, and it's also disgusting for psychological reasons, bacterial reasons as well, just a whole bunch of reasons. Being a sodomite is absolutely disgusting. Whether you want to be an atheist or not, doesn't matter. But again, I'm sick and tired of the fact that we always push God out of the conversation. I'm absolutely sick to death about this. No, you know what? God belongs in the conversation. And guess what? Yeah, he's against homosexuality, and it's absolutely abominable. It's an abomination upon his design. But it's so funny now because you should get silenced. And that's what, especially Microsoft, they obviously, they've already gone out of their way to do that. But that's what the left believes in. They believe that you should be silenced for following your beliefs, something you actually believe in, and not being a tolerant cock who believes in nothing, and you're just tolerant of everything until the left tells you not to be tolerant of something. Because that's always the thing. Again, remember this. The left, they will be relative. They will be tolerant about everything. You cannot discriminate or judge anything until they've made up their minds. So everything's equal until they say to you, well, there's no problem with Marxist or being liberal or blah, 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 until you're a right-winger, until you're fascist, until you're all these things that they say is right or wrong, good and evil. Then you have to have your beliefs. But it's only when they tell you what your convictions ought to be, then that's when you must determine your enemy. So they say that, people's different beliefs. Oh, what's the big deal with having different gods? Oh, you worship Hindu. Oh, you worship Allah from freaking Muslim, whatever, Islam, but whatever, Muslim thing. Oh, you worship all these different gods. Oh, what's the big deal? It's not a big deal until they tell you that the God of the Bible, the Christian Bible, that's believing in Jesus Christ, then that's wrong. Then that must be scorned within civilization. Isn't that interesting? That they tell you that everything's relative until they made up their mind. Now you abide by them. So anyways, we're here for Eternal Strands. A game that's woke, a game that a bunch of the shills, they're going to go out of their way to defend this one. And if you call it woke and you call it for what it is and you trash it in any way, they're going to figure out every way that they can to attack you. Like for instance, when I try to leave a review for a game and then I get, attacked. Well, it is attacked, but it's even more than that. I get threatened by 21 emails from Microsoft. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, you violated this policy, It's almost like there's some random triggered employee that just was like, how dare you? And now they're just trying to harass me. I am a customer. By the way, I am a customer. I gave you money. It's so funny that they want to enable the people, by the way, trashing on their fellow customer, saying that, oh, you don't have a job. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. They want to enable that perspective because they agree with it. So they agree with the people calling everyone an incel. Oh, you don't go outside, all this dog trash. But then, man, there's so many problems with all of this. But anyways, but then they'll silence the people calling these people out or pushing back and making jokes about them, right? Being tongue-in-cheek. They'll silence you, but they won't silence the people insulting you as a customer that's unhappy with the product that Microsoft/Xbox is providing. Isn't that interesting? So it's interesting that me, right now, if I don't like this game and I call it out to be woke, right now the left, they're entirely enabled to trash on me, call me all sorts of things, defame me, and just say all kinds of stuff. That's acceptable. But me calling this out to be woke and pushing back on the left, I need to be silenced. And then you have these right-wingers and these libtards, libtards, but also libertarian tards. They all want to sit there and say that, oh, but freedom of speech, we got to allow everyone to speak as you get silenced. They stand for nothing. Conservatives absolutely stand for absolutely nothing. It's absolutely vile filth. They're in power right now. And you still have Americans being censored and silenced. And by the way, people outside of America, they should not be getting silenced either by these American companies or just American platforms. None of this is acceptable. And by the way, if you want to do business with America, you must allow freedom of speech. How dare you? This is just unbelievable, unacceptable. But this is the whole thing, is that if I do not like this game, I should be silenced. But my opposition, they should be allowed to control the narrative and tell me, you must enjoy this game. So anyways, guys, let's get into this dog. What? Oh, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I really hate difficulty modes. And I think someone said to me that this is a Monster Hunter-alike game. If this is a Monster Hunter-like game and there's a difficulty that I can select, that's terrible. When weavers are born in the next era, ask what we were willing to risk. Okay.
The Enclave was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation. The likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, dude.
Decades of war broke out.
Oh my god, bro. I'm getting flashbacks to Immortals of Avium, Flint Spoken, otherwise known as Flintlock, Siege of Dawn. Bro, dude, liberals always make the same story. It's always the same story. Oh, thank God, we have a female who is flat-chested, by the way, basically built like a man. Okay, well, a scrawny man.
I chose this life years ago.
Oh my gosh, warrior writing in her journal.
If I said as lived up.
Oh, love of God.
Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new Weaver band.
Oh my god, dude, this is literally young adult fiction. If you pick up random books, this is literally what this trash is. Dude, this is literally a oh gosh. Oh god. Oh, yep. Thank God it's diverse. Oh my gosh. Thank God we have a black character, black female character who's built like a man. Okay. This is feeling good. I'm bringing up the volume. God, I mean, everyone's diverse, different colors. We have to have a blue person because, right, diversity. It's all women, too. A bunch of women doing what men do. Oh, but I'm sorry. This is Brave and Beautiful, and I should be silenced for saying that this is stupid. I should be censored. I forgot about that. Let me correct myself. Even though right now the right wing is in power, and they should be, I mean, there should be no censorship of anybody. If there's any time for an excuse of such things. Oh, but okay, I guess we're still gonna get silenced. Okay, whatever, right? Am I right? Am I right, sisters? Oh gosh, bro.
What do you think?
Dude, this is a leftist fascination. Something about animals being regarded as humans. When I say that these people are furry freaks, they are furry freaks. They have a fascination with animals. And again, your life is going so good, so continue being a bestiality sodomite and enjoy your life. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. You don't enjoy your life. And yeah, you are a freak. Oh yeah, you are a degenerate. But yet when we call it out, you want to censor and silence everybody. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting.
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see the veil, I wasn't picturing this.
Oh my, dude, people say that this stuff is good. There's a bunch of shills, because I already looked at the reviews. Bunch of people right now are complaining that the anti-wokers are trashing on this game. And they're like, oh, it's a good game and all this stuff. And oh, so what that there's a black woman? So what that's a bunch of women who are leaders and warriors? You've never seen strong women? It's just this game is an excuse to debate the freaking ethics and politics. Don't you love something, by the way? They love to say this. They love to say this. Why do you anti-wokers have to bring politics into everything? Why do you have to always make it be about these games, right? These games, when you're judging these games, why is it always about politics? And it's like, yeah, it's because they're pushing political ideas onto you. The fact that this woman has toned muscles and she's dressed like a man, a warrior. No, this is the slippery slope of the Overton window being shifted. This is what happens. For generations, we always knew that a character like this is a man in armor. Nowadays, you're supposed to just blink twice and think nothing else. Looking at a woman in armor and built, by the way, the musculature of a man. This is a woman who is supposed to be a man. You're supposed to regard her as a man. This used to be heresy because everyone knew this was stupid. But now because of inundated propaganda, generation after generation, now we're sitting here and now we're looking at a woman built like a man. I mean, this is like basically Mulan, I guess. But it's a woman that's built like a man, having a man's journey, dressed up like a man. This is not a woman. This is not what women are like. And it's so funny that the political party that acts like they know what women are like, here we are, we're looking at a woman right here. This is not what a woman is. If you know anything about women, they're nothing like this. By the way, you will never find a woman actually risking her life to save civilization or save people. It's always coming down to a man to save children from a burning building, which by the way happened recently with the California fires. You know how many men were being freaking heroes for other people that weren't themselves or their own progeny? I don't hear that about women. Yeah, because women are not built like men and women don't think like men. And yes, women are averse to conflict, to danger. Men are not. Men will risk their own life, even for children that are not their own. This is ridiculous. And then we sit here and we act like, oh, this is normal and this is not political and this is not disgusting. No, they want you to think that women are equally as heroic as men, that women are equally as tough. You know how difficult it is to be a warrior? No, it means something that you're following a story with a man as a warrior. There's something about this guy. Unlike other dudes, he's not dead. That's number one. But you know something about these characters that's always interesting? These women, they're never under threat of violence or death. Because being a warrior, it's just role playing. It's just LARPing around. Oh, look at me. I'm dressed up as a warrior today. Isn't that so cute? No, you're a woman, and women are not warriors, and women are not tough, and women are not strong, and women are not fast. They're not built like men. It's so funny because you have all these people, all these women freaking out about men, transitioning, going into female sports. But then we act like this is normal. And then when you call this out, you're again, the left, they call this all kinds of things. I could go down a whole list. Woke right actually means something, but the left has hijacked, as much as they could, the term woke right, which woke right, all it means is that right-wingers who are woke, which just means a bunch of liberals who are playing it off that they're right-leaning. That's all woke right means. There's a bunch of people who are still, as I've called them, neoliberals. It's all they are. But the left, they're trying to hijack stuff like woke right and say that, oh, you're on the right side of politics, the right-leaning, but you behave just like left-wingers, just like the wokies, right? Just like the fanatics on the left, which of course is not the same thing at all. And then they're also admitting that they have fanatics on their side and that they might be the fanatics, and that it's problematic, but for them, it's only problematic when you're on the right side. So, oh my gosh, it's just all the coping. They always do coping, but they want you to accept this dog crap. Okay, that's all it comes down to. They want you, and they say, why do you make it about politics? Because you censor people, like me, by the way. You censor people based on politics. Let's be first and foremost about that. Screw you. On top of that, because these games and the entire construction of their symbolism and of their iconography, their imagery, their concepts, their themes, it's all based within what? Leftist ideology and beliefs, which is what? It's inherently deconstructive. Leftist ideology is inherently deconstructive, and that is the purpose of this. This is to deconstruct the notion of masculinity and what it means to be a man. Because this is the role of a man that a woman is currently possessing. And a bunch of the other women in this game, they are possessing the roles of men. This is deconstructing what it means to be a man. Which, how is that not deeply offensive towards men, is beyond me. But somehow, we're supposed to be offended on behalf of women, but we can never be offended on the behalf of men who actually risk their life? Which I thought, for leftists, life and death matters. But it only matters when a woman, apparently her existential value is at risk or is being insulted some way, somehow. But when a man and his existential value is being outright threatened, because they also do that, by the way, they do threaten it, but that's another topic, and I've kind of spoken about that before. But anyways, threatened, but in this case, it's just being offended or insulted outright. This is meant to be offensive towards men. You're not supposed to question it. You're not supposed to bat your eye. You're just supposed to say, oh, whatever. Not a big deal. Oh, yep, women are just like men. Oh, not a problem, bro. Not a problem. No, this is stupid. No, this is propaganda right here. This is woke. When we call it woke, it means egalitarian propaganda, which wokeness at its basis is just egalitarianism, which is what progressivism, which is what liberalism, okay? Multiculturalism, the gender stuff and all that nonsense. The homo stuff and then the trans stuff, all that nonsense. Okay. Also, socialism is also wokeness because what? God, I've already spoken about this many times. I'll say it quickly though. It is to take, I can define it many ways. I'm going to say it this way. It is to equivocate the man that works, the man that labors, with the man that does not labor. It is to equivocate both men. That is the purpose of socialism. Again, we've seen this many times throughout history. This is why you have confiscation of property. This is why you see many of the things that Marxists have done, is to equivocate the two and say that it is wrong and evil to enterprise yourself and make any money. This is why, and that you must, by the way, you must be taken from by the government if you're winning too hard so that we can give to those who are not winning enough. But of course, it's always based on politics because they're never going to give money or resources that they confiscate to people that are not abiding to their party. So again, remember how vile and filthy that socialism, Marxism, communism are. These are vile ideologies, but they want you to believe in it and believe that it's good. And they will call you out to be someone that is, off your rock or you're crazy for being anti-woke. But that's because they don't know what woke is. Well, they themselves are wokeness, but they live in cognitive dissonance and they will never admit to themselves what they are.
No one's been this close in years. The base is shrouded.
Oh gosh, dude. And okay, with this game, I'm already rolling my eyes because this is generic fantasy. Again, Immortals of Avium. By the way, I played that game. You can go watch that playthrough. Atlas Fallen, Love of God. It's always generic. And I know the way that these generic fantasy writers do it. It's not a lived-in world. It's always these basic ideas and concepts and principles that can be applied to anything, and they always practice this all the time. So the base is shrouded in tangles. Okay, it's just a way of saying that the base is sealed off. Okay, there's so Immortals of Avium, there's always this idea that magic is sealing you off. By the way, it's a bunch of other games. I'm just saying Immortals of Avium because it's like the most hallmark game that last came out that really wrote on a lot of these themes and concepts and principles, and it just always fails, and no one cares about it, and it's never enticing. There's a reason why Lord of the Rings matters. There's a reason why Star Wars matters. There's a reason why these intellectual fantasy properties, there's a reason why they matter. And it's because it's lived in. It's because it is immersive. How are you immersive, by the way? Because you have a basis within reality. This has no premise within reality, where we are already seeing a random animal being regarded like a human being. It's not weird. It's not like, oh, it's otherworldly. No, it's holding itself like a human being. This is the way that a person holds themselves. This is weird. Why is an animal holding themselves like a person? There needs to be something otherworldly about it. Orcs, they hold themselves differently. They think differently. They behave differently. This random animal behaves just like a human. And you know that the developers want you to think that Oriya, whatever the frick its name is, they want you to regard it as a human being. That is weird. You already know what their mindset is making this. Anyways, the problem with these generic fantasy writers is that they always use fundamental concepts and ideas that are very generic within most of fantasy, and they will always weave it in very similar, if not the exact same ways, right? Oh, you have this certain region guarded off by magic, and it's a specific circle, and you have this location called the Enclave. It's always these generic terms, by the way. The Enclave. Wow. I have not heard the Enclave in a bunch of generic fantasy before. Wow. I bet this is going to be so interesting. I can't wait for this story. And then they're called the War Mages. Nothing interesting, nothing unique. It's just War Mages or whatever the frick they're called. It's always something generic. But it's always a group of people with a generic name, and they're supposed to be the best of the best, whatever. It's always the same crap. There's no history, right? Because yes, you can use these names like War Mages, but this is something about generic fantasy writers that you will always notice. They use War Mage in place of an actual character. War Mage is supposed to mean more than the character, right? Frodo Baggins, for instance, is just a hobbit. And okay, hobbit's a unique thing when Lord of the Rings came out. But he's just a peasant. But he's unique because of the world that Tolkien creates. Because you can make a character like Frodo very unappealing, very generic. You can make characters like Gimli, right? A dwarf, very generic and unappealing. You can do that. But he creates an entire world, an entire meaning behind the characters. The characters represent their people. The characters represent the role that they fulfill. It's not, I'm a war mage and that speaks for itself. No, it's you're the character and you happen to be a war mage. Which means that these characters are personifying the role of War Mage. War Mage means nothing without a proper actor. If you create a proper actor within that role, then it means something, right? Being a warrior means nothing unless you're Conan the Barbarian. Then that means something because it's Conan. He is the actor of Barbarian. Now it means something to be a warrior when you're looking at Conan, right? Being a Jedi is much like being a knight or a samurai. Well, that doesn't mean anything being a samurai or a knight without the actor. Well, we create an entire world, George Lucas, we're creating an entire world around what does Jedi mean? What does Jedi Knight mean? What is a Jedi? We're creating the actor. And he is personifying the meaning and the essence, the substance to being a Jedi Knight, which is, equivocal to being like a medieval knight. in space, right? These are simple things that these people do not understand because they don't have the intelligence, they don't have the creativity, and quite frankly, they're just fanatic freaks. They're not, again, they're not quite frankly, they're just not that intelligent. They live in a different world outside of reality, and they're not as enlightened as they think they are. That's why their fiction always turns out to be this dog trash filth that is so uninspiring and it's non-innovative. Every time, every inundation of their creations, it never leads anywhere.
Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Vale's shadow for decades, but no one has found a route into it.
And this is another issue with these types of writers. They just drop you into a world where you're just supposed to pick it all up. There's no easing into the characters, easing into the concepts. When you pick up something like, for instance, pick up some of the older Dragon Age games, you can talk about those, but let's say Mass Effect, right? You're eased into the world, the location, the people, what is their way of life, just very simple things. And the characterization happens within minutes, and it's fast, it's there. The ideas, it's ingrained in your head already. You're like, I get it. Yeah, let's keep going. It's enticing. This already, they're trying to get you lost in a world that has no substance or meaning.
You have no idea what I had to do to puzzle out this passage.
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave itself deeper into the shadow. I'll stay to oversee the camp setup. Why don't you take the preliminary scouting expedition?
Really?
Of course.
Oh gosh, man. Oh man, there's so much that's going wrong here.
The map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a watchtower deeper into the valley. Shouldn't be too far from where we are.
That's my first landmark then?
Yes. It should help us get our bearings before we start the search for the Strand Road.
I think one of the problems with fiction like this is that it starts on the basis that you already know what fantasy is. And that's an issue, because then that just means this is derivative. Even the writers know that they are derivative. So if you yourself, you understand that you are derivative, then how can anyone get lost into this world, into this fantasy that we're creating here? How do you get lost into this? This is already derivative. They know it's derivative. Why is it that? Oh man, and this is the issue. The Strand Road. Oh man, this is another thing that these writers do. They always think that creating these weird, spunky names to locations, they think that's world building. They think that makes for interesting world building. No, the name means nothing without a character. Again, the role that you possess means nothing without a proper actor. Being a father means nothing without being a proper father. Being a king means nothing without being a proper king. Okay? If you are a parody of what it is that you are fulfilling, then it means nothing. This right now is a parody. Who cares about the Strand Road? They call it the Strand Road because you're supposed to think that that's important. That's why it has a name, right? Oh, this is a special road that something. I don't care about this world. I don't care about the locations. Now there's a road. It's a strand. By the way, they call... Man, I'm getting flashbacks right now. Because, again, so many games do this. A lot of these woke games do this. A lot of these DEI games do this. So uninspired. By the way, there's typically no meaning behind Strand Road. They just want to name drop something so that you equivocate that, oh, it's named, that must mean it's important. But there's no substance behind it. There's nothing to the Strand Road. There's nothing about strands in the road or whatever. Whatever they want Strand to mean. There's nothing behind it. And by the way, when you name drop something, it's supposed to mean something. It is capitalized. It is I forget what's called. It's a primary subject, is I think the term. Anyways, Strand Road. That's supposed to be important. But clearly, it's not going to matter. Oh shit, I'm forgetting another point I was going to make with this. What was the other point? Strand Road. Oh shoot. Something that a lot of fantasy writers, they do though. Oh, yeah. Anyways, they think that basically creating a person out of a location by just giving it a capital S and an R, right? They think that that makes the location compelling, right? And they think that that's a stand-in, as I said before, for world building. And now that other idea just escaped me again. There's something that these fantasy writers, they always do this all the time. Anyways, let's keep going.
And if you make
It's gonna come back to me.
that will endear you to the band.
Oh, exactly. So they always, whenever they capitalize locations like this, they want that location to be regarded as like a character. Like the Strand Road. Oh, so it's like Gondor, right? There's a character to Gondor, right? Just like how there's a character to Gotham City. There's a character to locations in significant media or fantasy. The problem with these people is that they don't have a character behind the actors in these roles. So being a war mage means nothing. And there's no character to the Strand Road. The Strand Road means nothing. You know, the Shire has a character, right? We know the character to these locations, but it's like when you name drop a location and that's supposed to be the character for the location is the name dropping. Oh, the Strand Road. Oh, wow. What does that mean? Nothing. It means absolutely nothing. They want you to think that the Strand Road is already a character, even though it's just a random location to drive the plot for an unassuming, uninteresting storyline. That's all it is. They love to do this. These uninspired, generic writers, they always do this where they try to name drop things because they know that in other fiction, the Shire, but then Gondor, and then Minas Tirith, these are locations, and they have a personality. And so they think like, oh, well, you know, Helm's Deep, wow, you know, there's a character to Helm's Deep. And so they think if in my fantasy, I call something Gorkin Big Time. It's like, wow, what's Gorkin Big Time? That must be a really interesting location. Something about Gorkin and Big Time. That must be a really exciting idea. I can't wait until we get there because it must be like Helm's Deep, right? Because in other fiction, right, what the frick is it called? I don't know. I don't care about Harry Potter. Hogwarts, whatever. So Hogwarts University, or whatever the frick. I don't remember it right now. I just don't care. I hate frickin' Harry Potter. Anyways, but right, there's locations with personality in these other properties. So they think that giving a place, a location in their fantasy, giving it a name is like, oh wow, it's just like Hogwarts, whatever the frick. It's just like Helm's Deep. It's just like all these things. You immediately think, because of association to a naming convention, you immediately think, oh, this must be a location where important things and people happen, right? And no, it's just, it is a lazy attempt by terrible writers to weave an intricate world with interesting themes, people, or soon to come events, right? Villains or wars, whatever. No, the Strand Road is not going to mean anything.
With the rest of them.
I'll act as the watcher on the scry and pull you back if anything gets too...
See, again, name dropping too many things. I'm going to act as the watcher on the scry. You're already acting as if anyone's going to know what that means, because we can already think of, okay, what does watcher mean in general? What does scry mean? But this is fantasy. So they want you to think that there's a specific idea. They're not going to tell you what that idea is, but you got to just figure it out. But this is not an interesting world. I do not care to figure out what watcher on the scry, what watcher in scry, and then on scry, what all that means. None of it matters. Again, they're just name dropping these terms because it means something in actually good fiction.
Just steer clear of the tangles.
Again, what's the tangles? Oh,
Any
dude,
questions before
this is terrible. This is terrible.
No questions from me. I'm ready to head to the...
Glad to hear it. You can head out then.
Oh, dear God. All right.
No visuals on the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. still. Strong enough to pull you out like you practiced. Dom?
The veil. Even more impressive up close.
Another problem with these games, it's always generic locations. I feel like I've seen this location many times before, and the problem is that there is no idea to the location. It's just, we have to make a fantasy game, so just figure out what fantasy looks like. You know, man, I despise these types of people. This is why we get stuff like this, by the way. This is why. I'm about to share with you something. You have a certain type of person. By the way, pick up my freaking crap. Charles Arlington. One more time. Charles Arlington on Amazon. Pick up my freaking crap. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but just pick up my stuff. One more time. Charles Arlington. Actually pick up my books. You have forgotten what a good story is. And by the way, the reason I do these videos, the reason I have this channel, is only so that I can cover this crap, call it out, and redirect you to the alternative, to the remedy, because I'm making the crap that's actually proper than this freaking vile filth, alright? I make stuff that's not, you know, made for freaking gays and feminists, okay? Because that's everything that we're getting nowadays. I'm making the proper fiction so that I can give to you the solution. That's the reason why I worked on my crap. It's for no other reason. I want to provide you the solution because everything out there is dog filth. So anyways, pick up my stuff. If you want proper fantasy, pick up the Realm Lords Apocrypha. There's so many places I want to go with that story, and all of it, seriously, man, pick it up. It's freaking great. Anyways, like, when I finished it, I was like, what the frick? That was... Anyway, just moving on. Freaking pick it up. Enough has been said on that. But this is the thing. This is what people will tell you. Is that you need to write within a genre. They will tell you you need to write within ideas and notions, concepts and principles already known. So if you're making, for instance, a spy thriller, you need to do stuff very similar. This is why you get a lot of authors, by the way, that make the same freaking James Bond kind of character. And it's always this generic name like William Bumpkin. That's not exactly it, but right, okay, let's think of something like Jason Footshot or something like that. Like, it's got to be punchy. It's got to be like, oh, this guy gets in the action, right? So it's like, so maybe Jason, everything I'm thinking of is just like a parody on a gay name, like Jason Flamer. Jason Flamer. You're a raging homosexual. No, it's something like Drake Harfoot. Okay, that's not it. You know what I mean, though. It's got to be. I can't think of it. I'm thinking like more fantasy or something, I guess, or something else. I don't know. What? I mean, I guess I could say like Jake Starlock. There you go. I mean, I'm thinking fantasy, but you get the point. All right. So Jake Starlock. Right? It's supposed to be this idea like this guy gets the mission done because they're trying to create a new idea and they're just copying off of James Bond. And that they will tell you if you want to make money making a fantasy story or making a spy thriller, you just basically look at what other people have done and then just basically copy it. They don't tell you to copy it, but basically copy it. Just do something really familiar and then people, when they see it, they're like, oh wow, I can't wait to pick up this story that's a lot like, oh, if you're a fan of George R.R. Martin or if you're a fan of J.R.R. Tolkien, then you're gonna love my stuff because it's literally the same crap. It's a rewash, it's a rehash of the same trash. Well, not trash, but you know, we're making garbage out of the stuff that's actually good, or air quotes on good. Anyway. Depending on what you know. Okay, that's a whole other conversation. Depending on what you think good is, right? Okay, anyways. But that's the problem, is that they never tell you to do anything that's actually creative, and they never will. So there's a bunch of people that tell developers like these, a bunch of people chasing after success, just copy off of other fantasy properties and don't make anything truly unique or interesting, and don't test the boundaries, because then you're running the risk of greater concern for failure. So they try to play it safe, and then they just make this generic dog crap I've been in a location like this before, in Skyrim, and you can go down a long list of random properties that have done this and better, and they're just copying off of other people's ideas. It makes me eye roll every time. Look at this freaking queer, what the frick is this queer looking freaking thing? What the frick is this dude? It's supposed to be a dude, but yes, what the frick, that's supposed to be a man. Is that supposed to be a woman? Oh my gosh. And they wonder why people are anti-woke. They wonder why the freaking, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a video covering the freaking reviews for this game. Because I've read them, bro. These freaking queers being like, oh my gosh, the anti-wokers. You just can't enjoy games. Oh, you're always crying. No, you're the one crying about us calling out that you're a freaking, you're filth. You're absolute filth. We're calling it out. We're making fun of it because it's absolute dog filth. This is running a freaking amok. I'm sorry. This is muddying the entire genre, the entire industry right now. The gaming industry and the fantasy genre. You are running amok and you are muddying the entire premise of these franchises. There's a reason why people purchase fantasy. It's not because of games like this. It's because of what Dragon Age used to be. You know, during the previous games where we had characters, for instance, like Isabella, who had enormous breasts, super hot. Yes, she wasn't white. That's, you know, that sucks, but whatever. She was still hot and she had enormous breasts. Amazing. But there used to be great games. There used to be amazing characters. And it's because it wasn't being made by raging lefties. Now we got these freaking queers making queer fantasy and nobody likes this trash. You are destroying the entire premise of fantasy. It's games like this. Every time I play games like this, I'm like, why does anyone purchase anything fantasy related or any games? You know, like I'm trying to think of some examples. I mean, it's always fantasy that's being destroyed and pillaged right now. I'm trying to think of anything outside of fantasy, but I mean, I don't know. Anyways, it's like, why do people pick up these games? Why do people care about, you know, action, thriller, or whatever? Why do people care about these genres when it's just lame and gay? Why do people care? It's people like this making games like this. This destroys industries. This destroys entire genres because people lose faith and it becomes lame and gay. What the freak is that? Oh my gosh. If you want no greater way to make people disengage with what it is that you're making any faster than this, I mean, look no further. Dude, I already want to uninstall. I already don't care about this game. Your world building sucks right off the rip. Your characters are freaking stupid. They're ugly to look at. They're just abominations of mankind. They're not attractive. They look like liberal college students. I already know what these people are like. These people are detestable in real life. And they're bringing them into a game, and it's like, oh my god, we're so spazzy. I mean, yeah, spazzy. Right, we're so spunky, and we're so charismatic, and we're so interesting. Don't you just want to glob onto these characters and want to know about their backstory? No. Again, Dragon Age the Veilguard, these games are so generic. They're all the same. This is just lower budget.
That wall is completely frozen.
We should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the Veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken.
So if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant.
And then it burns forever.
Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Perfect. Knowing the watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road. You can come back to... What is that?
Coral.
some generic strand that represents corruption. We've seen it over and over again in different woke fiction. It's always the same
There's more
crap.
of it in that cave. I could take a closer look.
Who rescued
I want to say trash and crap at the same time.
Just to reach the watchtower. This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the
Oh
expedition.
man, dude. I'm so tired of people like this who make this dog filth. I'm so tired of games like this. It's so bad. What, I can climb? Oh, okay. So it's like Breath of the Wild. Wait, can I wall run? Whatever.
Beautiful.
Oh man, it just sucks that these are the games that we're getting.
Tom's right about it.
They
being
couldn't
a
find
big
proper
I can feel it.
proper
humming.
writers, proper directors. Like, making a good game is not that difficult. Just hire the right dudes. Oh, another dragon. Wow, I haven't seen dragons before. Wow. Wow. Wow, so creative. Wow, I wonder why I'm not a shill. I wonder why there's anti-woke people. I wonder why. I know that the shills, they think that this is super good, and that's because they don't know what good is, because they try to destroy everything that is good. Okay, wow, I haven't seen a design like that. How many freaking wolves, random fantasy creature, I've seen this how many times? Oh my god, it's the same crap all the time, bro. I've seen that design how many times? Dude, I'm getting flashbacks to Gigantic. I've seen designs like that in games like Gigantic. I've seen this design of a freaking creature. Oh my gosh. It's so uninspired.
Tonics on standby for her return. Head out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
Yeah, so it is. It's supposed to be a Monster Hunter kind of like game, I guess. Just with a bunch of queer characters. And also with, this is reminding me of, oh, I guess Breath of the Wild mixed with Monster Hunter. Man, they're just desecrating the freaking gaming industry. Like, people do good games, or they have creative ideas and properties, and then these people, again, they're just trying to catch a buck. It's all it is. Again, they're chasing after success instead of knowing how to make something successful. But I mean, that's what people tell you to do. This is literally what a bunch of product coaches will tell you to do, is play within a genre, which means something already established, but, you know, just add a crappy twist to it, which for these people, it's be woke. But by the way, these retards, they think that as long as you're not advocating for, like, active multiculturalism or active Marxism or active socialism or active any political ideology, as long as it's not actively being reinforced through the messaging of your game, then it's not woke. So you can throw in these gay looking characters, these people that don't look like men or women. You can do all this gay, liberal, woke nonsense, and they want to be able to get away with this and not be called out for being what they are, which is woke. Because they're not telling you that they are what they are. They're not telling you their pronouns, even though clearly you're looking at a character that has pronouns, right? Clearly you're looking at characters with pronouns, but because they don't tell you the pronouns, it's not woke. This is the way that these people think. As long as you're not being told something's woke, it's not woke.
Frost magic can cool a path.
Oh god, bro. I hate this game already. I can see all this being interesting in a game that isn't woke dog filth. Bruh. Can I please? Thank you. Oh, love of God, help me. Oh, bro, this is annoying. What the heck? Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my word.
Good.
Jeez.
Dom's still working on the scribe, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path.
Oh, I cannot stand looking at that thing. You want me to think that's a woman? That's a man. Oh my, it's not political. It's not political that when you look at a thing that's supposed to be a man, it speaks like a woman. That's not political. That's not at all political. We're not pushing anything onto you. Screw off. And then they want to silence you for calling this trash out. What the F? And making fun of it too. Yeah, screw you. Your freaking hole's gaping, bro. It's freaking gaping. It's disgusting. And by the way, it's gaping because you're a sodomite. Remember that. There's nothing to apologize for calling this trash out. Oh wow, that's interesting. I mean, that's cool. It's kind of funny. It's kind of silly. Yeah. Wow, that's kind of... Yeah, that's really silly.
Keep moving.
Why am I... Wait. Frozen water hurts you? I mean, that's an interesting mechanic to the game, but I despise so much about this game. I don't care about the mechanics, even if these are fun little gimmicks or interesting gimmicks. I don't care. Yeah, catch you later. You're done. You're done, son.
Damn it, Casman was right. That Drake is rotting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast.
I'm sorry, so the Strand Road. We are in the Strand Road right now. It's supposed to be really important. What's Strand right now and what's road? Is it because it's like a thread road? It's like a piece of thread, and it's, or you could say a strand, and it's just, it weaves in and out and it goes up and down. Is that the point? Is that why it's Strand? Again, they say Strand Road like it's supposed to mean something, and now we're playing through, I guess, the Strand Road. Means nothing. This makes the story no better. All right, I want to figure, does this damage me? I don't know if it does.
Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
You know what this makes me want to do, by the way? I would rather play Monster Hunter right now. Either World or Rise. Better games. With a little bit of DEI, but not to this degree.
If I'm reading the map correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
Oh my, what the? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dang. Oh, there goes my stamina. I can quick shot, but I don't really like that. It's not really that good. Wow, it has no accuracy. I have so much hide. What does this remind me of? There's a game recently that had this. What does this remind me of? Am I... Oh. I'm thinking of Jedi Survivor. Oh man, that was one heck of a game to play. I'll say that. Not in a good way. Ow. So wait, how does this work? Oh, it's burning? Why is it burning? What the heck?
That Drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
Oh man, they really want you to play with their mechanics. Oh dude, walking on this is so bad. What, dude, this building the ice is, oh dude, this is terrible.
That's the path.
You're doing great, Bryn. Final stretch.
Bro, I want to eat chicken right now.
Ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years, let alone outside the veil.
Who's this guy? Who's talking right now?
Still, you need to get... You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan.
Yo, what's up, bro? I'm just, wow, it's really easy to grab onto them. I feel like I'm playing The Witcher, listening to this music. Dude, it's so easy to grab on. It's hilarious.
Trying, but she's too close to the veil. The time is...
This is so funny.
Too thick, I know.
This is silly.
Hang in there, Bryn.
Uh-oh. Is that defensive? No, no. I think I did the wrong thing. Ow. Hey, can you show respect to women? I'm sorry, I'm a female warrior. I demand respect. Rut-row. Oh wow. Oh wow. I feel like I'm Avatar now or something, I don't know. What is this reminding me of? I don't know. Oh wow, that's bro, I feel I'm moistening my pearls right now. I feel so cool right now. This is some hot girl action. Wow. Bro, this is such great storytelling. I'm so immersed.
The strangest.
So what, he can't do anything to it? Why not?
Hang on, Bryn.
Whatever.
Everything okay back there?
Dude, this animation style sucks.
Strands, everyone! Pack up! You're... What? We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow the
Yeah,
guard.
time to run, queers. Yeah, let's get out of here.
We need to
The
go now.
the triple K are coming up. The triple K are rolling in. You gotta watch out for those fascies. The white people are back. They're running into. Bro, what is oh, thank God. Yes, please die. No, please don't. Oh, wow. Uh-oh, you're done. Well, you're dead. Oh no, boss queer.
Fine, keep moving.
Yeah, you go, girl boss. Oh no, girl boss got hurt, and now girl boss is fine because she's so tough. And dude, this is trash. Who the frick likes this? And again, it's all a bunch of freaking women and dudes who think they're women. This is this is clown world. Oh my gosh, bro. This is literally queer fiction. Oh my god, this is so bad. Everyone's diverse. Everyone looks like a liberal college student that's having a hard time gripping with reality. I have a PP. I need a vajayjay now. Someone cut it off. I need my drugs. I need to change myself right now immediately. I can't accept being what I am. I can't do it. Someone please convert me. Where's the spell that changes my urinary organ, please? Man, I just want to eat chicken right now. Oh, thank God that woman's super buff. That's so totally normal. Most women are that buff. Yeah, wow, look at that man woman with those burly biceps. Wow. You know, a lot of men actually have biceps just like that. That's so, wow. There's nothing political about that, guys. Nothing political. That reminds me of so many other women that look just like men. Oh wow, we showed up here and now we're making it our home. That's so cool. Wow, I'm so immersed. Oh, look at that dude who's happens to be a woman. Oh, look at that woman that's built just like a man. Oh, look at that dude that wants to be a woman. I'm sorry, I don't see any male characters. Can someone point me in the direction of an actual man in this game? Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't political. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no. I can't take it. I'm seeing women. Bro, these freaking retard leftists. I can't believe there are leftists right now who are shilling this. I can't believe it. They're actually shilling this. They're like, oh my gosh, you guys can't take it seeing a bunch of women. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is a woman to you. Just number one. But okay, let's play your game. I don't see any men. That's true. I don't see any men. I see a bunch of homosexuals with women who want to be men. That's what I see. Yeah, everyone's so painfully androgynous. What I see right now, I see women who want to be men, and I see men who want to be women. Yes, that is what I see. I don't know what the frick I'm looking at, but this isn't normal. You're a freaking weirdo. And these people literally call normal people weirdos. Anyone that calls this out, anti-wokers, as they like to now call them, because Trump won the election, now the left, they have to cope and seethe. So now they're just regrouping and they're like, well, all you anti-wokers and you're a bunch of bigots and you're a bunch of Nazis. And they're just doing the same crap they always do. Okay, here we go again. But this is what you think is normal? And you want to call everyone weird that doesn't ascribe to this? That freaking thing on the right is a freaking guy that's behaving like a woman. That's a raging homosexual. He got freaking touched as a kid. There is no reason for this dude to be behaving like that. Why are you holding yourself like a woman, bro? What is wrong with you? Who touched you?
That can wait, Dom. Aurea, you should be resting. If your wing doesn't heal, our point is out of commission.
That's what I need to address. While my wing recovers, Bryn will take over expeditions as our acting point.
Dude, this plot is as thin as my freaking wife's vajayjay, okay? What the frick are we doing here?
Bryn did face down an Ash Peak Drake and lived to tell the tale. I think we're in good hands.
Yes. I have every confidence that she will make a great point.
As long as we don't
Okay.
die first.
Oh, there's the man. He's a furry. How can I insult all of them? Is there a way to call them all the N-word? With the hard R, not the A, not that weak stuff, okay? No. Around here, we are real men, okay? We drop the hard R, okay? Where's the option that calls them all the N-word? Where is it? I need, right now, we are running away from the triple K, but I want us to understand the triple K. Actually, I want to be an undercover triple K agent of this group. So can I please, because you know, like a leftist, I believe that everything's if any option is available, it's a good option. And I want to explore any option available. Just like with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, how it's a good thing that we make Henry a bisexual man and he can electively be homosexual. I would like to electively be a triple K agent of this party. There's clearly a bunch of queers who seethe at the triple K. I would love to be a triple K member right now. Can I please? Is there an option to say the N word? Please. The team needs to have faith in me, inspire with confidence. The team is understandably nervous, offer reassurance. Why can I only do nice things? These are not nice people. The team needs a pep talk. No, I want to talk down to them and call them slurs. The F slur, can I please say, can I call them a bundle of sticks, please? Remind them we're still weavers. What does being a weaver mean? You're all LARPing. The black chick is not actually strong. She can barely hold that freaking hammer. She's not a man. The other chick, I don't know what the frick she is. She thinks that she can wield that sword. Hey, darling, the swords are freaking heavy. You're gonna break yourself using that. Just saying. Anyways, see you later. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said darling. Biatch. Whore. Okay, anyways. And dude, a dude with the weird man cleavage, even though you want to be a woman, what the frick is wrong with you? Dr. Strange? Queer Strange. What's up, bro? What's going on over here? Well, that's redundant. Yeah, that is what queer means. It means strange. Anyways. Freaking queer. Dr. Queer. What are we doing here? Where's the portal? Can you portal me into a normal person's game? Can I please play a game that doesn't have a bunch of weirdos for the cast who think that they're... Well, like everyone's LARPing in this game. I don't take any of these characters seriously. It's a bunch of people literally role-playing. Oh, you know, I'm a freaking loser. I'm a retard in real life, but I'm a genius in this game. It's like all these people are lost. I don't even know. Oh, man. There's so many things I despise about this game and its characters. Okay, so they don't allow me to call everyone slurs. So what do? Do I just... Alright, pep talk.
Hey, take a moment to remember. We're in the Enclave.
Yes, the Enclave, which means absolutely nothing. Hey, remember the Strand Road? Yeah, I remember that.
This place holds mysteries beyond our wildest dreams and secrets to our past as weavers. It's time to uncover them.
Revelations await us.
Exactly. When we first set out to investigate the Veil's shadow, we had no idea we'd end up here. The Enclave was once a safe haven for all weavers, and the pinnacle of innovation. Since the Veil went up, weavers took the blood.
I don't care. Bro, I don't remember the story to Immortals of Avium. You think I'm gonna remember this? They put a bigger budget into that game. I don't know what the frick is going on here, and I'm not gonna care.
All because of what happened here. We owe it to ourselves and to our brethren across the Maida to find out not just what happened, but why. Maybe then, weavers can find our place in the world again.
But you know what? By the way, let me be clear about this. I don't care. Like I don't need to say this. I'm just saying it because I want to say it. Who gives a freaking crap, right? About these freaking woke tards. The crap that they support and the crap that they jerk off to, it's pathetic. But it is so funny, though, how they shill for this dog filth. Who the frick enjoys this? Who the frick?
But first, survival.
Like, dude, I'm eye rolling at everything they say.
Bryn,
What the frick are we here for? Do not forget Charles Arlington on Amazon. Please, bro. Like, spare yourself from this suffrage and pick up something that's actually decent.
Adjourned.
Oh, good, we're adjourned. Thank God. Okay. I've said this in a couple of videos, and I will say this one last time. Your story matters just as much as the gameplay. If your characters and your world and these scenarios are despicable, or it's just such an eye roll, you can't get lost into the world. You can't get immersed into it. You don't care about anything going on. You're not going to want to play the game. Even if the game is, air quotes, fun, you're going to despise everything surrounding the game so much, you're not going to care to play the game. I cannot stand this diversity nonsense that this game is. I cannot stand the DEI characters and the cast. I cannot stand the furries. Why do you think we have random animals for characters? Because these developers are freaking lefties. Yes, they are tolerant and sympathetic towards furries. That's why they're doing this. Screw you. This is disgusting filth.
So after all the legends,
Yo, bro, I don't care. I don't care about your enclave.
Maybe.
I'm hoping that they get burned alive by the Triple K dudes, okay?
Still,
Love of God.
it is surreal to see it for myself now. You're going to be out there, exploring. Promise to take it all in for me.
I'm becoming points sooner than I what does that mean? Sympathize with her. No, I want to call her a slur. What's a slur for a bird? Hi, you foul pigeon. Screw you. Go back to where your people are from. I'll punch you in the beak where you belong. That's not even a real beak. You're a fake bird. The frick are you? You're not even one of your actual kind. You're some kind of weird abomination. You're a weird abortion of your own people. There you go. There you go. I hope you can take it, bird. They're gonna write on Twitter now. They're gonna freaking seethe about it. Yeah, seethe harder, bird.
I was made for this, Aurea.
I don't care that you were made for it. I wasn't made for this game.
Come back to smack you
Bro,
in the
I'm
face.
breaking as we speak.
That said, getting smacked in the face.
I know. I got this.
Nah.
Enough of the sentimentality. For your first expedition,
We need to get lay of the land. Can you just say it quicker? Can you get to the point?
It's 60 years old.
I don't care.
No chance it's
It should be as old as these nuts, alright? Because as soon as I get there, that's when history begins.
I'll update it as I go.
Exactly. We've made camp in what was once a way station. Just below us is Glintwood Hollow, a valley on the outskirts of the Enclave. I've scanned it from the overlook, and we've got 2 landmarks of note. A second loom gate, and what appears to be a giant statue. Possibly an ark.
Oh, how did you come down to... So you see, okay, a random loom gate. Again, random dropping of random names. Who knows what the F a loom gate is? Jeez Louise, man. Are we freaking professional knitters around here? And I mean knitting. Are we knitting a gate out of thread? Hello, my fellow knitters. I mean, what the frick are we doing here? Okay, giant statue. You think a giant statue is an ark? How did you come down to that? Love of God.
You can see it from here. Must be massive.
If either is functional, Dom will throw you a party.
I don't know who Dom is, and I don't want to know because I think it's one of those queers, and I don't.
With your
No.
scry. With fewer tangles, we're hoping the
Bro, where's Tifa? Where's Tifa in the group? I need a conventional woman with breasts. Where the freak is she? I need her freaking hips. And I need her to cook something for me. And I need her to bend over just to check on the temperature of the oven. Oh, I'm sorry, my hands are getting a little bit lost. Oh no, my pants, they dropped. What's going on with my pants? My belt, it's falling apart. Oh gosh. Tifa, I'm so sorry. Oh no, I slipped and I fell. Oh, I'm so sorry. What has overcome me? I'm falling apart, Tifa. Oh gosh. I'm so sorry. I apologize for myself. Oh, look at that. Look at corruption. There's corruption right there. That's so... bro, I'm getting so hungry. I'm getting winded right now. Who cares? Yeah, it looks like trash. I don't care. Oh, bro, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. I'm losing my patience. I'm about to freaking lose it. Okay, that's cute. You know, there was a time and place where people would pick up a fantasy game and get lost into the world. That's back when these games had actual value. They want me to speak to these loser characters. No, I refuse.
Interference from the Enclave.
None. The connection is much stronger than outside the Veil.
Get over here. Get the
Reassuring.
Oh, that's not it. I'm gonna pick you up, biatch. See ya. See ya. Wow, I'm tearing up. I think I'm gonna cry.
More arcs.
And they're clearly happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility is strange.
Biatch.
Fresh water in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
Hydra's brook, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
Point. What a beautiful view.
Can I wall run? Nah, I don't know. I'm gonna try though. Rutro Pinocchio. Ow. You know what I realize? This homosexual game this is a genre made for men. But this is a game occupying a genre for men, and this was clearly made for women. What the frick? Who the frick? Like, you're really trying, I mean, I guess queer, gay, homosexual, degenerate women? So you're looking for that branch of the market that's a bunch of seething feminist Karens who really want to pick up a male-based gameplay loop, sort of game, but with a bunch of degenerate, liberal, progressive characters. That's what you want? I mean, it's just dawning on me. Like, you made a clone of other games that are made for men, but you wanted to, out of spite, make it for women because you want to prove a feminist point and get your fellow feminists to support you and, I guess, please them with your dog filth. Interesting. Ow. That's not fun. Get off of me. I'm a man, baby. Nah, man. Mano me. I can take all of you on. I'm a real man. You'll never win. I've practiced for years watching men fight monsters. And I always knew I could do it too. Women are really getting ahead these days. Don't even try me, bro. Oh, I got rolls for days. You know, I'm kind of offended though that my character's not obese, you know? Like, why not be fully representative of people and what they're like? Because, right, leftists, as they say, it's all about representing the real world. So why is my character not obese doing all these things? I think it would be nice to be obese and to have a beard and breasts. Where are you going? Oh, you know what? This game is reminding me of Genshin Impact. Holy mother F. By the way, I hate that game. It's an empty sandbox. The only good thing about it is hot women. But there's a bunch of freaking retard dudes out there. They're like, Genshin Impact is a good game, best stuff ever. And it's like, no, you like breasts, which, okay, good for you, but, and good for mankind, I guess. But, dude, if the hot women with enormous breasts were not in Genshin Impact, everybody would be saying, wow, this game's stale. Wow, there's no content here. Wow, this is a really empty open world. What the frick? Anyways, that is literally what this game is reminding me of, is Genshin Impact. And, yes, in all the wrong ways. I'm sorry? What did you say to me? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do something about you bigots. How dare you speak against me? Women are getting ahead these days, and you need to understand your place in our world. It's a woman's world now. Biatch. What the? There's another one. This is not fair. Yeah, that's right. Women can do things now. Yeah, bigot. Take it up the take it up the butt. I'm gonna have something to place inside of you in a couple of months. Oh, well, that's gonna catch fire. See you later. Oh man, this is boring. This is boring. Oh, dude, you know what? I don't care. You can chase me, dog. What are you? I'm sorry. What's your name, son? Do you know about our Lord and Savior, Queericus the bold and the brave and the beautiful? Do you know about my... Hey, he is heavily queer. Oh, I can't pick stuff. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. Ah. My inventory's full. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Queericus the Bold? Queericus the Strong? Oh wow, that's super rare. It has 3 stars. Now I'm really down bad. Really? Wait. Uh-oh. Alright, so where can I drop this stuff off? Oh, softwood. Yeah, that's what my wife calls me.
Creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Dan will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, we'll eat.
Just try not to poison him.
Hi there, how's it going? You're the same enemy I've fought multiple times already. See you later. See ya, punk.
Thunderous lake.
But lakes are still. Why name it after the spirit?
Oh, your name's Layen. But bro, that's unnecessarily complicated. Just call yourself Lane. Oh, that's right. You used to be Lane. Now you're not. I wonder why. Perhaps you're a degenerate. Alright, can I get me out of here? Where does this go? I'm heading into corruption. Something that I see in all these games is corruption. Disgusting, vile filth. Well, where does this go? Oh, okay. Can I please? Alright, see you later. Oh, your mother's in combat. Oh, what?
That's the edge of how far I can push the scry.
Oh.
Like in the Veil's shadow all over again.
Okay.
Can't stretch the scry any further.
Catch you later. Oh, what the? She mate, how's it going, brother?
It is an arc.
It is an arc. Can
It isn't moving.
I put myself inside?
I'll get a closer look.
An ark of the stricken earth, I would guess. Any chance you could bring a piece of it back to camp?
Doubt my sword is strong enough.
Too bad. Strange that it's just standing there.
It's not
Maybe the
standing.
second loom gate will tell us more. Enclave constructs are believed to be interconnected in many ways.
A second loom gate? Well, what the frick? No. No, son. There's no... what's a loom gate? I don't know what the frick that is. Hey, how's it going? Catch you later. Oh, God. They won't let me pick up crap. Even vitality potions. That is stupid. Oh, dear God. Well, this seems like a location to be. What is this? Allow me inside. Is this a gate, or something? Nope.
This must be the second.
Please get me out of here.
What's covering the base?
Oh, Lord God, I don't need to sleuth it right now. I just need to get the F out of here.
On the platform. I could clear it with kinetic magic.
What about the loom gate itself? Is it functional?
No sign of life, but see that cloud of raw magic? It's leaking from the broken pipe near the edge of the platform.
So we have two powerless loom gates and a tangle leaking out of an enclave construction. I wonder if Lane still has that treatise we picked up in Tarza.
And he's gone. Good news. Lane found a shortcut back to our camp for you, and we've got the wisp working.
The wisp?
Watcher's wisp. Channel a little magic into your earpiece. I'll redirect it to guide you from the scry to the shortcut.
What the frick is this?
I see the path.
Good. That should take you to the shortcut.
So what, you want me to yeet myself? Is that what you want me to do? Okay. Well, I yeeted pretty hard. Alright. This is the shortcut, huh? I'm breaking my legs just to get back. Oh my gosh. Is this it? Okay. Well, what am I doing? All right. Do I not have fire? I don't. How do I? Can I do this? Oh, well, that's not it. All right. Yeet. Yeah. All right. I'm in combat. Oh, love of God, not again. I was made for this. Mano y mano, biatch. I'm totally gonna drop dead on this one.
I'm pulling you. Brace for it.
All right. This. Yeah. All right. Well, I could not find the shortcut, but I definitely effed myself in the Uranus to get here.
Bryn's back. Let's fill her in.
This game feels like Dustborn. I hate this game. Oh, dude,
We believe we found a way to activate the loom gate.
there's so much rage building. Just talk. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Too much talking. Just shut up. Just shut the frick up. Oh my god. Stuff yourselves. Oh Lord. Oh, have mercy. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Hey. I would eat at you. I am no plan. What does that?
Too much talking. Too much talking. God, you can tell this was made by women and queers. That was the... Whatever. You have to talk that much just to tell me how to use a freaking mechanic in the game?
These are a great start. With the but what do you have in like?
I don't know what I did.
Me, come on. But I know this is.
Why is there so much talking? There's nothing of importance for you to say. There's actually nothing of importance. There's nothing you're going to say to me that's going to change my outlook on life. There's nothing that you're going to say that's going to make me smarter. There's nothing you are going to say that adds any value to my existence. Why are you talking, Asmin? What the frick?
Sola is delighted with the improvements to her forge.
This game isn't woke. There's nothing woke about this game.
She can refine your sword as soon as you'd like.
Great. Yeah. What? I just it. Then I you'd the me.
If you love your wokeness so much, why do you care about the people trashing on your wokeness? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right.
I knew he'd recovered. That
Just
sounds
amazes me all the time. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I can reforge stuff. What does that mean? Don't know. Okay. Yeah, let's reforge. Totes. Oh, that's what it just... So it's just
There
levels.
you go.
So it's just leveling up the weapon. Is that it?
When it any not what
Whatever.
So look, this plan to repurpose carapace to force the loom gate's conduit? Pure elegance.
Sam's idea. I only
Oh, look at this monstrosity.
I wonder how this art.
We're gonna be speaking with the thing.
By the look.
Well, the Enclave built many arts.
Yeah, wow. That, you know, I want to know who the voice actress is in real life. Does the voice actress look like a man? That would be interesting. Does the voice actress have a penis? I would be interested in knowing.
You think
We know.
Oh, end it all. let me get a better look. What the F? Oh my god. I'm done. I'm done. Right there, I'm done. That's it for me. I'm done. I'm done. Nope. That's it. That's it. That's it. That did it in for me. I don't think I'll make that the thumbnail though. I mean, I could. I don't know if I would. I mean, I could just make this a thumbnail, just out of pure spite of this effing thing. Whatever the F this thing is. Disgusting. Ugh. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. That's enough of the game. I suffered through this for 2 hours. You know, let me cover something here. So I suffered through Immortals of Avium for basically 2 hours, and then I raged. Well, not, you know, I mean, yeah, I raged. I ranted for about 2 hours. Well, a little bit longer than that. You know, I ranted as I played, and I did a lot of ranting on and off throughout the course of 4 hours when I played that game. And then Jedi Survivor. Wow, did I have a lot of rants on that one. That was a crazy playthrough. Oh my god, bro, I was a black person for like 4 to 5 hours in that playthrough as well, because my fire alarm somewhere, it was chirping. I think it was, I forget which one, but anyways, my fire alarm was chirping throughout the part of the playthrough. And during a part of the playthrough where I was being pretty funny, by the way, man, I really enjoyed that part of the playthrough. So anyways, I mean, it's kind of annoying, but also I guess it's kind of funny. And this, at the same time, I thought it was a different piece of equipment that was making the chirping noise. It did not sound like it was coming from the fire alarm. So anyways, I was being black for a little while. You know how it goes. But anyways, I mean, I thought I was a black person. Anyways, so then we were playing Gotham Knights, and we played Gotham Knights, by the way, as well for 2 hours. That game, well, I think it was 2 hours. Yeah, I think it was 2 hours. And man, that was painful. That was painful. And then there's a couple of other woke games that we've played for about 2 hours. I think I suffered through Flintlock for about an hour and a half or something like that. Or maybe it was 2 hours for that game too. But you know, I typically try to force myself to suffer for at least 2 hours until it just becomes unbearable and I want to end it all. So. Oh boy. Oh man. I cannot stand these games. They're such dog filth. I mean, seriously, who the frick thought this was a good idea? Who thought, wow, someone's gonna want to play this game? No. No, they're not. This sucks. This game is absolute dog filth. I don't even know who the frick wants to pick it up and make themselves suffer. So wait, they said that if you're up on something, you can press Y? Nope. What's that? Whatever. Dear God, this game, it's just, oh man. Seriously, it's games like this that makes you wonder, in the landscape of modern gaming, why would you ever pick up a game in the first place? Why would you pick up any video games? This is the kind of stuff that makes you want to quit gaming. This is the kind of stuff that puts a bad taste in people's mouth about gaming. This is not the kind of thing that makes people want to pick up more. This is what makes people go cold turkey, and you think like, oh wow, well, we put all this work into dog filth horse trash. Yeah, it's trash. Who the frick wants this? Nobody asked for this. So anyways, guys, we've got other games to be picking up. There's a lot of games. I'm actually going to be getting into Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is the remaster of Ninja Gaiden 2, which, by the way, I did try to pick it up once before, the non-remaster. I tried to pick it up and have fun with the game, but man, I cannot deal with it. but the remaster, it looks like they made the game a little bit less janky from what I can tell. So I'm going to be picking it up. Dude, the women are freaking hot in Ninja Gaiden. So I'm totally picking it up. We're going to be playing it after this, by the way. And I will be making a video on that. We're making a lot of videos recently about a lot of games because we're going through a game rush. A lot of games have come out. So, and a lot more games are going to be coming out. So I will be covering all of those. We went a good, I think, 2 months without any actual games really coming out ever since Veilguard came out. And everyone's talking about Avowed. I don't know when that game's coming out, but when it comes out, it's supposed to be woke dog filth. Which, you know, I'm not really looking forward to it, but I am going to check it out and see how bad it is. So, when that happens, you know, of course, I'm not going to be leaving on an Xbox review because they're just going to threaten my account. Man. And be like, how dare you? You're not toting the ideological line of leftism? How dare you? We're gonna do something about you. Okay, Microsoft. Yeah, and you're giving me furthermore reasons why I'm going to figure out a way to get rid of my Xbox and pick up somebody else's freaking... I don't know. I might go PC, but I don't know yet about that. I mean, obviously Steam is woke. Sony is woke. I'm really starting to wonder if we're just going to need to start a new marketplace company of some kind. I don't know what it would be, but like something that's not woke. And an alternative, but I don't even know what would that look like. It takes a lot of resources to do that. And then even when you do it, there's a lot of people that don't translate over. So
About your share of the camp setup. Less worrying and more unpacking.
there's a lot of people who are very committed to Sony, Xbox, and Steam. So don't know, but all I do have to say is when you go against the First Amendment, death penalty.